Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. We got the Discord and the second channel down below in the video description. This video is going to be kind of a hot take, mostly because I've been thinking about this a lot, and I just decided I was going to make a video on it. And it's I don't even know if it's really a hot take, because we saw this kind of start to unfold this past offseason after last season. And this is the idea that I think this is Luka Doncic's last year in Dallas. I have a feeling at the end of this season, the Mavericks are going to be barely a play-in team, and Luka Doncic is going to want out. The thing is, Dallas has their offense covered, right? Like with Kyrie and Luka Doncic, right? Like Luka Doncic can single-handedly carry your offense by himself, essentially. It's your defense that matters. And when I look at this team, I'm like, even in the 15 or 16 games that Kyrie and Luka Doncic played together in, they only assisted, I think, they only assisted each other, I think, on like 30 or 36 attempts or something like that through 15 games, okay? And so really, they're playing like ISO ball every time either one of them touches it. They're not looking to get the other involved. It's like, I'm going to take the ball this time up the court, next time you do it, and do an isolation and score points. Now, granted, together, they are a really, really good offense. They're in, I don't know, I would say they're in the top 10, top 5 even. I think they were ranked like 6th or something like that in the entire NBA last season for like duos. So they're really good on offense, but the problem is their defense sucks. Their defense is fucking horrendous. I understand they've made attempts to get better at that. Like, they drafted Derek Lively. They signed Grant Williams. They've made attempts to make their defense better. They have a healthy Maxi Kleber this year. Like, yeah, they've tried, but I just simply don't think that's enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, like, what they have is going to be enough for them to even really be, like, a bona fide playoff team. They have Markieff Morris, who's all right. They have Derek Jones Jr., Derek Lively, Dwight Powell. They're looking for Josh Green to, like, step up a lot. They have Rashawn Holmes, which is, like, really the biggest issue with this team is they don't have a big man. And, like, yeah, they have Derek Lively, who admittedly played okay against Rudy Gobert the other day. But I'm like, is he really you're banking a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're banking a lot on a rookie being able to anchor your defense. And I don't really know if Derek Lively is built like that. You know what I'm saying? And if this team can't pull out a 6th seed or something like that in the West, I think Luka Doncic is done. I think Luka Doncic asks for a trade out of Dallas. I look at these teams in the Western Conference. You got Memphis, you got Denver, you got Minnesota, who's going to have Karl Anthony Towns this year. The Pelicans, who could be even a top 2 seed if Zion Williamson plays and stays healthy. You got the Warriors, you got the Lakers, who got better. You got the Clippers, you got the Phoenix Suns, you got the Sacramento Kings. Like, even Utah's intriguing to an extent. It's like, the OKC is another team. People are like, yeah, OKC might be the 10th seed or the 11th seed. It's just the idea, like, if we're looking at, like, if we're on the outside looking in, it seems like Dallas is maybe going to be the 9th seed in the West. And I feel like if that's the case, Luka Doncic is simply not going to want to be there anymore. I understand they just re-signed Kyrie Irving, but they're not putting anything around Luka Doncic of any significance. It's like they don't even make a lot of roster moves to put anything around Luka Doncic. Like, yeah, they put Kyrie Irving there, but now it's like they're strapped for cash. So I really don't know what they can do to fix this, because the flip side of this is, like, yeah, there's a small chance they could salvage the relationship with Luka Doncic and just say, like, hey, if they finish as the 9th seed, though, in the West this upcoming year, I don't think there's anything you can tell Luka Doncic that's gonna change his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like they do need defense. Grant Williams is a good player. They tried to get Matisse Thybulle, but that didn't end up working. It's just the idea they're a team that needs a lot. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot covered on the offensive side of the ball, but they don't have a lot covered on the defensive side of the ball. And really, like, they don't have a lot of good role players either. Like, yeah, okay, they have Tim Hardaway Jr., and they've got Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber, and they've even got Seth Curry. It's like they've got guys, but they don't have anybody that's like really, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? They don't have anybody that's like you're, knocking your socks off for. And like Seth Curry's good, Tim Hardaway Jr.'s all right, Maxi Kleber's all right, Dwight Powell's all right, like they're okay, but they don't even really have like a bona fide sixth man on their roster. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of just keep putting the same fucking thing out there and expecting Luka Doncic to take it to the playoffs. And I just have a feeling Luka Doncic, his patience are wearing thin. And I think last season he was already upset that they missed the playoffs, and like obviously they did a tank job to keep their draft pick. But it's just the idea. I have a feeling Luka Doncic is not going to be buying into that. I have a feeling like Luka Doncic is going to want to go somewhere that actually seems dedicated to winning. Now, and I feel like that's very, very weird to say, being that it's Dallas. And Dallas has always been kind of a competitive franchise, but Luka Doncic is now a 4-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA guy. He's been in the league for 5 seasons, and he puts up ridiculous numbers. It's just his ridiculous numbers don't result to wins because there's no one else around him to help him. And yes, you have Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving isn't exactly a model of defense. He is offense. And they got Kyrie Irving, and they thought that would be enough to keep him, but I just don't think Kyrie Irving is going to be enough. I'm also really not buying into the idea that Kyrie Irving doesn't know how to play with Luka Doncic. The assist thing is really weird because, Kyrie Irving's played with Kevin Durant. He has played with LeBron James. Like, Kyrie Irving knows how to play with another superstar. You know what I'm saying? So the idea that he's not assisting him on baskets and stuff is a little weird. Granted, they didn't have a lot of time to play together. Hopefully, after training camp and all that stuff, like, maybe we get a different or a better product this year, and Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic seem to do more of a, brotherly role type thing where they're actually assisting each other on baskets. But like for a while it just like it seemed like they're playing ISO ball, and that's what they're doing. And if they go into this season doing that, they're probably not going to be successful. You're relying a lot on Derek Lively and Grant Williams really anchoring this defense. You're hoping Josh Green can make some miraculous strides defensively. You have Rashawn Holmes. You've got guys like they've tried. Like I can't say they haven't tried because they have. But I just simply don't think it's going to be enough. And I have a very, very odd feeling that going into the 2024 offseason, Luka Doncic is going to request a trade. And I also have a feeling if the 76ers are not playing well, Joel Embiid could request a trade. Now, could the 76ers and Dallas do a Doncic-Embiid swap? That's a possibility, seeing as Dallas seems to have always been trying to get a really, really good center, and Joel Embiid would fill that role. It's just the idea there. It's not looking good. I'm just going to call it what it is. Like, it's not looking good for Dallas here going into this upcoming season just because they didn't play well last year. And even after the Kyrie trade, their record wasn't great. And I just think to myself, unless there's some dramatic changes with this team, I don't think they're going to be that good, considering the West got significantly better. Especially like you're relying on a rookie. Like we think Derek Lively is going to anchor this defense. We think Grant Williams is going to anchor this defense. You think Josh Green and Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell are going to anchor this defense? No, it's not. You need to stop people inside the paint, and I don't think just Derek Lively and Rashawn Holmes is doing that for you. And if that's the case, I just don't see Dallas having a very amazing record. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.